Okay, so if the Monaco Grand Prix is going to be your first F1 race watching here in a while, let me explain it to you, especially if you're an American, because it took me a while to figure out, and it's a lot easier if you have somebody else explain it to you. So, real quick, the race this year is conformed. We have 24 races this year. They go all around the world. Really basic things you need to know. There's 10 teams, 20 drivers. Each team has 2 drivers. They're on the same team. They're competing for the same team, but they're also competing against each other. The main goal of this is to finish with as many points as possible. You can finish 1 through 10. It's going to be pronounced, generally, you're going to hear pronounced P1 or P10, P20. That just means position, whatever you finish in. Now, with that, you get the most points if you finish in first. You get the least amount of points if you finish in 10th. If you finish in 11th, you don't get any. Now, the way teams works is there's 10 teams, 20 drivers. Each team has 2 drivers. For an example, most people know who Lewis Hamilton is. So Lewis Hamilton right now drives for Mercedes. His teammate is George Russell. And then when you're watching the sport, if you look on the screen, you're going to see the abbreviations. So Lewis will be Ham, and then you'll have the Mercedes logo. And then George will have his abbreviation with the Mercedes logo. Max Verstappen, which everyone knows who Verstappen is. He's on all the Red Bull cans. He's the dude standing on the Red Bull cans. Checo's on some of them too. That's Max's teammate. So you'll see them. Now Checo and Sergio are the same person. Everyone just calls Sergio Checo. While this is going on though, teams are competing for 2 different championships. You have the individual, which is the driver. So then you'd have per se, Lewis and George. So you're competing against your teammate. And then you have the constructors, which is the cumulative of the 2 people on the same team. So what they would do for Mercedes constructor score, you would add Lewis's points total and George's points total, and then add those together, and then you would get your total points for the team. So it doesn't matter. So if you have a teammate that's not doing well, they're going to have 0 points, and say someone has 90, your team just has 90. Is how it works. Or if each person has 50 and 50, the team has 100, I'm sorry. Another couple common words you're going to be seeing used, there's going to be abbreviation. It's going to be called DRS. It's the drag reduction system. You can barely see it in this picture. It's where that green it's either the green or the white one on this car, I can't remember. It's the back flap of the car. It'll fold down or open, and it'll give you an extra 7 miles per hour, 14 kilometers roughly, is how that's going to work.